Ski Studios in the house. What's cracking? Another day, you know? How we doing? Today, man, I'm gonna do something like I did before a little bit. And this one's like why I believe in God, man. And Jesus, obviously. Jesus is my God. Well, he's the son of the God. You know? But this is just some of the reasons why. And this, you know, besides the fact that you look at the year, you know, 2024, the whole world goes by that. What happened 2024 years ago? Why do we go off of that year? You know, and then you add in that no matter what the scientists come up with on how this universe was created, it always starts with a miracle. That's obviously just a basic argument for God at all. You know what I mean? But I grew up, you know, Catholic. You know what I mean? And I'm not Catholic anymore. I'm Christian, but I'm not Catholic. And I'm not going to say anything negative about other religions right now or anything. And it's not even like, you know, I'm not down in anybody's religion. You know what I mean? I know that the people that follow it are trying to do what they think is right. But this is just some of the reasons why. And if you listen to my videos like in the past, some like these stories you probably already heard, so I don't even know if you want to listen to them again. But this is just for like people out there that are trying to find meaning in life, and maybe you're not living in a place that you like right now. And if you are, you know what I mean, this video is for you. Even if you don't believe, you know what I mean, like you can listen to this video because I'll tell you what, this is like, this type of stuff is just some of the reasons and stuff that I've overcome or came through, and I'm still here, that prove to me, personally, you know what I mean? And one thing I'll say to you is if, even if you don't believe, I'm going to tell you this, just pray. If you're not living life and you're not happy, maybe you have money, maybe you have girls, maybe you party all the time, and into the outside world, life looks like it's awesome. You know what I mean? If they looked at you, they'd say, look at this kid, man. He is having a blast. Look at this guy, man. He's got everything he could dream of. But like inside, you feel empty. And you feel like something just is missing out of life. You know what I mean? This video is exactly like who I'm making this for. You know what I mean? And my life was not one of those lives where you say, hey, man, this kid's doing awesome. That was not me. You know what I mean? And I still go through hard times. But you know, just all the times I've overcome death and overcome disease and everything, man, because I wasn't living a great life out there. For anybody that's, you know, might be their first time listening to me or whatever, I was out there using drugs every single day, man. There wasn't a day that went by that I didn't use drugs. And if I was like locked up or on probation and I was clean at that point, there wasn't a day that I didn't dream of, like, I wish I could just be off or be out so I could use drugs right now. You know what I mean? If I had the option to use them right there and not have a consequence immediately, I would have did it. But the thing is, when you use drugs and stuff, you know what I mean? Like there is going to be a consequence. It just, you might not see it when you first do it. But anyways, I'll get into the thing. All right. One of the first things was all the times I've overcome death. All right. And it sounds unbelievable, but I'm telling you that I don't know the exact number, but I have overdosed 40 times or higher. And I know, like, I can't remember every single overdose because they happen so many times. Like, in my heart, I know it's over 40 times. You know what I mean? And luckily, I was with people that saved me. But, like, God works through people. And I'm telling you, like, I feel like that was, like, a big part of it. You know, Jesus saved me, you know. I was stabbed. You know what I mean? And I was stabbed a couple times in the shoulder, but one time in the body, and it was a serious one. It hit my kidney, my intestines, and, you know, anybody that gets hit, you know, I was in the back of the ambulance, and I prayed in front of everybody, right to God right there, you know what I mean? It's like 50 has a lyric, he's like, people start bleeding, and they see Jesus or something, you know, then they stop praying to Jesus, and I was one of those people. And I was like, oh, tell my mom I love her, man. And, like, I just prayed to God right there. And I always, like, been afraid to pray in front of people. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of my life. I always might even be afraid to even admit that I like, kind of knew Jesus was there. But I just kind of thought he didn't like me just because of all the negativity I've done in my life. The violence, the robberies, the lying, everything. You know what I mean? Like, I was just completely, like, You know, I was on the track of being a demon almost, or following a demon, you know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. And then I remember, dude, I was in a program once, and they were giving out, like, gift cards to get tested for disease and everything, man. And, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but I'll tell you, it just worked for me. I prayed to God, man, that, like, I didn't have nothing. And I was the type of person that shared stuff. If my thing clogged and you had one, I was using it. You know what I mean? I didn't even ask people, oh, do you have anything? I just automatically used it, and it's like crazy, dude. Like, I'm just so lucky that I feel like God came through right there. When my last relapse, when I was out there and I was like, dude, I had money. I had a job where I make, like, you know, decent money enough to where I could pay for rent, pay for whatever I need, and still have enough for drugs and always have something in my bank account. Might not have been a lot. I usually always had at least a G in the bank, you know what I mean? But there was times it went under that, you know what I mean? I'm being honest here, you know what I mean? But I always tried to, like, save, you know what I mean? And in the last few months of my using, dude, I was praying, like, I wasn't using IV use no more, but on my last relapse, you know what I mean? I got Hep C treated, you know, thank God for that one too. Thank you, Jesus, on that one. But I was praying every day, man, just help me get off this. Just help me get off this. And I went on like, dude, like, I was not, like, I knew, like, in my mind, like, I was going to stop, but I just couldn't, like, I just didn't have the energy, the strength, to even think that I could do it. I was always, you know, just negativity every single day, man. And one day, like, it was a Friday, get my paycheck, whatever, go to Lawrence, Massachusetts. I don't know where you guys are, but it's one of the biggest drug areas in the whole Northeast of the United States, you know. The cheapest drugs, the strongest. And I went and I used that night, obviously, and I used even, I used opiates and I used cocaine too. And the next morning I woke up and I'm telling you, it was like that. God came right to me. He's like, today, you could do it. You're going to be all right. Like, I remember that right there. You're going to be all right. And it gives me goosebumps every time I talk about it. But he came to me and he was like, you're going to make it, you know? And I called up, like, the first detox I called. Boom, they had an opening. They said, can you be here by 10 in the morning? I said, yep. On my way to that detox, before I left, I did as much as I could. Even stopped at a Dunkin's, did more. And then I flushed the rest. I don't know exactly how much. I can't remember. But I would say probably 3 to 5 grams. Maybe something like that. You know what I mean? I flushed. And I felt terrible. You know? And the whole week I couldn't eat. I think I ate one hard-boiled egg. I don't remember that, but I remember I've been saying it, and I'm sure I wasn't lying. Because I know me, I try not to lie, especially since this, you know. Like, I used to lie about drugs and crime, but I try really not to lie at all. You know what I mean? Like, I do, because especially in my videos, bro. Because if I'm lying, like, oh, how am I going to remember a lie that I did, you know, a year ago on a video? Even when I did videos when I was using, I tried not to lie, but I did, obviously, because I relapsed in the middle of doing my videos and I lied about it. And when I got out of that, you know, I don't have, like, a long time clean. I'm coming up, you know, on 8 months, which is actually the longest I've ever had. And the only time I came up close to that was around 7 to 7.5 months, and I was in jail that time. And so, like, it was pretty, well, I could have still used, but, you know, in jail you want to be on point. You know, I'm getting off track. But, so right now I'm actually at the longest I've ever been. And I'll tell you, I still feel very great, like, very positive on me staying clean. You know what I mean? I feel strongly about it. And, this has just never happened to me before. I've never been this positive. I prayed and it changed my whole mindset, my whole attitude. You know, obviously, dude, I've been battling coming off this Suboxone and stuff, and when I do that, my mind does go to negativity. But even with the negativity that it does have, I'm still not thinking of using drugs. But it does think of other negative stuff that I just You know, I still battle stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I still battle the violent stuff, like wanting to hurt people sometimes. Sometimes I'm in a bad mood, and this is still something I battle now. Like, when I get really bad, I want to, like, still, like, it's messed up, man, but I feel like in my head I want to hurt somebody worse than I'm hurting in it. Because when I see something like that, it makes me feel better, and it's not right, dude. You know what I mean? But that's when I'm in a negative thinking. And you got to pull yourself out of that. But you got to change it to, I can do this, you know? And I was telling a friend the other day, you know, he's actually a Muslim kid, but he is battling addiction too, you know, and I was just trying to tell him, bro, you got to pray, man. You got to pray. And I was like, even in your religion, man, you have to pray. I go, don't you pray like 5-6 times a day or something? You know what I mean? Like, and he's like, oh, I can't because I'm sinning or whatever you want to say. But, and even in the Quran, it talks about Jesus more than it talks about Muhammad. And if you look at Jesus' life, and people will be like, oh yeah, well, all these people that follow Jesus, look what they did. Yeah, but, and that's like Muslim people say that. And it's like, yeah, well, look at Jesus. How did Jesus live? At least I'm following a God that, the way we talk about him, he did everything right. When you look at Muhammad, he's marrying 9 and 11-year-olds. That's not part of my, that's not part of the way I want to live my life. If I could live my life like the person that I'm trying to follow, that's what I want to do. And he's the perfect type of person idol. He's the perfect type of, I don't know, idol. I don't know if idol is the right word. But he's the perfect type of, like, template on the way to live your life. You know what I mean? Like, if you live and try to be more like him, be nice to everybody, you know, and not to mention, Jesus hung out with people that didn't live right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the exact type of person that he was trying to save. You know what I mean? It just, he shows me the right way to do everything, man. And if I could be more like him, you know, now, I'm going to say, obviously, I'm not Jesus. I'm not perfect. I still listen to rap music, which I know I shouldn't listen to, but I don't want to make excuses for it, but I do. I listen to it, and I actually, like, enjoy listening to it, and it's like, you know, everything that the Bible's against, you know, but, you know, and then like the King Von thing, like, he says he's a demon, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. It's obviously negative. I don't really listen to King Von, but I'm 50. I love 50 Cent, dude. 50's the man. 50, Lloyd Banks. I'm not going to go into that. But my whole mindset has changed to positivity. You know what I mean? And like, you know, and another thing I just tell people, you know, just pray. If you pray, even if you don't believe it, or maybe you believe it and just don't think he's going to help you because you did some terrible stuff that, you know, you just don't think he can look past. I'm going to tell you this. Just pray. Just pray, man. And I'll tell you, maybe I was just telling somebody earlier, just pray. And if you pray, and just pray every day, right? And just pray, I guarantee you that something in your life will change. Your outlook will change. The stuff you're doing will change. And you will slowly start to become a better person. You'll slowly start to become happier. Because I know, like, I'm definitely way happier than I've ever been, man. And I've never been this positive in my life. Like, dude, you know, I don't like to ask people for help. You know what I mean? And if you ask God for help, you're not asking a person. So, like, you're humbling yourself to God, but it's like, you know, you don't actually have to go up to another person. You know what I mean? Not at the beginning, anyways. So, you know what I mean? Like God does work through people. And maybe somebody will come out the cut, man. Maybe it would even be me. It'd be crazy to think God worked through me, man. God was nuts. You know what I mean? But, this is like a little bit different, not funny at all, but this is the truth, man. And I'll tell you, like, my whole life, like, my whole outlook on life, everything has changed, man. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm perfect. I'm far from perfect. I swear too much. Like, you've seen in my other videos, I swear. You know what I mean? Like, when I talk about God, I do my best not, like, I do a video like this, I do my best definitely not to swear. Because if I sweared, I'd have to redo the video. Because I couldn't put out a video like that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't sin in a video while you're talking about the Lord, man. So, I don't know. I just hope that anybody out there, I hope I can help you. It's just, like, even before I believed that he would help me, he did. And, I'm not joking, man. Like, I owe everything to God, man. And even with that, I still sin, man. I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? I'm just not perfect. And you're not going to be perfect either. But that's kind of like a good thing because you know that it ain't going to get there. But it doesn't stop you from trying to be perfect. Trying to be like, you know, God wants you to work, you know? I have trouble with forgiveness. You know what I mean? I pray on it. I'm not lying, bro. I pray on it, and I don't know when it will come to me because I'm really having trouble getting past some of the stuff, but I'm doing my best. You know what I mean? This is just my video for today, man. I just hope, really, I pray for everybody, man. Like, I pray for everybody out there that's going through any struggle in your life, man. Whether it's drugs, sex, violence, negativity. You know what I mean? Like, you can overcome it all, man. You know? Even if you were sitting in a jail cell for the rest of your life, man. You still have a chance. You still have a chance at living positive and having happiness in life. You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, actually, drugs is actually a worse prison than prison itself, man. You know what I mean? I felt more free in jail than I felt, like, out using. I was a slave to that stuff. Slave to the devil, drugs, and violence. You know what I mean? I'd say sex, but it wasn't really true because I was using so much drugs, I wasn't even barely doing it. If I didn't even feel good. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I just pray for everybody out there. I hope you have a great day, man. And I'm telling you, at least pray. Because if you ain't going to give yourself a chance, God will give you a chance. So just try. Why not? What do you have to lose? You already feel like crap anyway. You know what I mean? You're missing something. I don't know. God bless you all. Ski Stu.